New reports by the CDC highlight growing mental health concerns for teenagers. So we're taking a closer look at the data to find out what could be behind this troubling increase.
ABC Action.
Why do so many people have mental health problems in the world today? That is a question that we've all been wondering, and I think I have a solution. What is mental health and where does it come from? What we experience is typically anxiety, depression, other mental illnesses, and just an overall feeling of trauma. The experts believe that the only solution is to have meds, to have psychotherapy sessions, to see a therapist regularly, and that is going to solve all of your mental health problems by just rewiring your brain, taking these meds, telling yourself good thoughts, and then everything will be better. But I disagree. I don't believe that they work simply because they are actually distancing ourselves from God. They cloud our minds, they cloud our judgment, and what that causes is just a wedge to be put in between our relationship with ourselves and God. I truly believe that it's not our brain that's the problem, but it's our soul, and that it does have this massive disconnection. We live in a world where we disassociate all the time, mindlessly scroll, and we're just so disconnected from ourselves, which means that we're disconnected from the Lord. What they tell us is that we need to either rely on therapists to make it go away, or we need to rely on ourselves to make it go away. And I don't believe that mental health problems are something that we have the power to make go away on our own. So let's go into it a bit more. What is mental illness? What is anxiety? What is depression? I truly believe that it is a separation from God. It is globally felt as a trauma or a wounding that we have, that we're always seeking some sort of ultimate happiness or fulfillment, and none of us can really reach that, and many people just don't know why. But what it actually is just a separation from our creator, God. And I've personally felt this disconnection. I've felt the connection with him as well as the disconnection that happens. And the disconnection happened when I turned away from God, thinking that I could do it all on my own, thinking that I can solve all my own problems. I can just read some books and everything's going to go away. But it doesn't work that way. God has an ability that we do not have within ourselves. God has the power to remove all worry, all anxiety, as long as we just go to him, we seek Jesus, and we lay it down at his feet, all of our worries, all of our problems. He just has the ability to take it all away. I really think that the main issue nowadays is that so many people either don't believe in God, or they don't have a relationship with him, or they don't even know that he exists and what that relationship could be. Or they've just simply forgotten the abilities that he does have and the joy and the fulfillment that only he can bring into our lives. I also think it comes down to spiritual warfare, which is the devil doing his work when we are weak. And the devil has an ability to latch on to us in times of need, tell us things that aren't true, and just get into our thoughts. What the devil loves is he loves when we are not moving, we are sedentary people, we're not getting out of bed, we're not doing anything. The devil loves that because he's able to get into your thoughts. He's able to mash some sort of idea together that you're not worthy, that you have all these problems, and he loves that. He loves to take advantage of you then. The devil loves to just fill your mind with negative thoughts, which is not from God. God is able to fill your mind with happiness, joy, fulfillment, and he doesn't fill your mind with anxiety. The devil knows where you are weak, where God knows where you are strong. The devil will use your weaknesses against you. He will lead you into temptation. He will allow you to do bad things, bad habits, where God knows your strengths. He knows what you're good at. He knows every good thing about you, and he's able to lead you to those strengths, and you're able to get out of this negative thinking, this negative mindset. The devil likes to paralyze you, where God loves to move through you. So you need to keep moving. You need to keep doing things so new opportunities can arise. That is where God does his amazing work, is through you, through opportunities, through actions, where the devil loves when you're paralyzed. He loves when you're just at home doing nothing alone. He loves that. And this is where spiritual warfare comes into play. Another big issue nowadays, and why we're having so much anxiety and depression, is because we don't believe that there is anything out there that is going to save us. We don't believe that there's any hope in this world. We've replaced God with so many idols. We've replaced God by idolizing ourselves. We think that it's all about us. We think that we are the center of the universe, and it's not true. It's God. We've replaced him with new age theories such as energies and the law of attraction and all these things. None of that stuff is true. None of that stuff is actually real, and it's just another idol against God. We've replaced him with drugs and pleasures and celebrities like Taylor Swift, where we think that she's the icon of the world. That's not true at all. And that is why God is upset with us, is because we've been replacing him with all of these idols. I'm going to read you a verse from the Bible. It is 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, and it states, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind." This verse reassures us that fear and anxiety do not come from God, but instead he offers us his strength, love, and peace of mind. Another verse I'd like to read for you is Philippians 4, verse 6 and 7. "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Jesus Christ." These verses encourage believers to trust in God and to bring their worries to him through prayer, promising his peace will protect their hearts and minds. So those just both reiterate that God does not give us anxiety. He gives us love and a sound mind. So here are some solutions to help clear your anxiety, to stop having negative thoughts, and to start living a life with God. The first thing you need to do is you need to start taking action. God loves to move through you. He loves when you're doing new things, new opportunities, and he's able to create new things happening for you via those opportunities, but you have to be moving. You can't be sedentary. You can't be at home all the time, under your covers, worried about the world. You can't do that. Number 2, start talking to him. He wants to build a trusting relationship with you. He wants to be able to work with you. He wants to be able to lean on you just as much as you lean on him. Number 3, you need to start removing sin from your life. You need to stop swearing. You need to stop giving praise to yourself over him. Stop gossiping or being around gossip. You need to start taking care of your body, whether that be eating healthy, working out, going to the gym, because God lives within us. The Spirit of Christ lives within us. And in doing so, he needs a healthy body, and that is where you come in. You have the control over that. So number 4, you need to give all your anxiety to him through prayer. And the best way to do this is by praying before, during, and after something, whether it be an event or something that you're anxious about. Start praying to God before, during, and after, and just see how much better you feel about this situation. Number 5, you need to start seeking fulfilling Christian relationships. Start building a community of friends that believe in God and can offer prayer, because there's so much healing that happens when you have prayer happen to you from trusting friends. There's nothing better than having a group of friends that prays together, that has good conversations about healing. And it's just something that you don't get with a lot of secular people, because they are so selfish and they only think about themselves. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you in the next one.